buffet. But we want to pretend like we're fighting an extraction. You know, you walk into a cobweb and you just start swinging. The spider that made that cobweb is on down the street making a dozen other cobwebs while you there screaming, thinking, oh, this web is on my face. I can't even see it, but I know it's there. And you just swinging your arms wildly. That's what fighting racism looks like. By the time we address one form of racism, by the time we're out here marching against police brutality for the last 200 damn years, we out here marching against police brutality, the actual racist is down the road creating racist artificial intelligent robots. By the time we even get to challenging the old racism, the oppressor, the white people have created 10 more forms of racism we don't even know about yet. Racist Tesla cars. You know, my grandkids going to be like, well, Tesla AI cars have been proven to accelerate when black pedestrians are in the street 10 times more often. Then we're going to be protesting artificial AI. And by then there'll be artificial, you know, sentient mushrooms that are racist sentient mushrooms. So until we get to the heart of the matter, as long as we're fighting racism, which is something that is the overall concept, and we're not fighting the racists, the people who create and maintain and profit from racism, we just want to fight the byproduct, you know, then you're never going to cure the problem. If your house is infested with rodents and you're only dealing with the rodent poop, and I'm just against rodent poop. I'm not against the rodent. So as you're cleaning up the rodent poop, the rodent is already down the hallway dropping more poop, and you're going to just constantly be playing catch up. So that's the dumbest thing. And I want to say shame on the black folks who say that black people versus racism, not black people versus white. You know, I mean, I don't know how black folks, but let's move on. We the most oppressed and besieged people, but we don't want to name our enemies. We want to fight against abstraction. We want to organize against concepts and ideas and ignore the people who create and sustain, who constructed those concepts and ideas and perpetuate. We don't want to bump heads with them. And it ain't because of cowardice. It's not because of cowardice. How do I know black folks ain't cowards? I see black people out here gunning and banging. I see black folks enlist in the U.S. military and get the highest medals of honor and praise from the U.S. military. I see black people get on ball fields and ram themselves together at the highest levels of athleticism. You know, black people went to the Berlin Olympics under the Nazi banner and ran and Jesse Owens went to Berlin and defeated the master race in his own house. That's not a coward, but then came back here and had him racing shiny shoes and racing horses. That was not a fear of white folks. It's menticide. It's the inability to think properly. Because black folks are brave, or as Dr. Clark said, properly motivated, equipped. He said properly trained, motivated, and equipped. There's no better fighting machine in the world than the black man. But we don't get proper training. We're often ill-equipped, and our motivations are warped because we're chasing after the Yankee dollar. So anyway, yeah, I'm sorry, black people. But in order to get liberation, we may have to take up arms, name names. We can't just fight abstractions and concepts. We have to identify some people and bring down some physical infrastructure, do some things that are rather uncomfortable. You know, our fight, you can imagine Harriet Tubman says, well, I'm against slavery, but I don't want to offend the slave master. I'm against slavery, not the slave master. God, what the hell? Like I said, but I don't think you're a coward if you believe that. I believe you struggle with menticide. I don't test because sometimes people, I just be wanting to fight me. Oh, you think I'm scared? You know, you said I'm scared of white people, and they want to prove that they're not scared of white people by challenging me to a fight. But I'm not white. Yeah, what are you accomplishing? Oh, you called me a coward. So what's up? Keep that same energy. As some guy just keep that energy. I'm gonna see you. That's menticide. But let's move on. I don't even want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about it. Kanye got they